Welcome to Cruise News, your daily update on everything happening at sea. Visit cruisenews.io to see today's stories and sign up for email alerts. So today we have three stories that really highlight the sheer logistical scope of the modern cruise industry.
Yeah, we're looking at operations on a totally global scale today.
Right. We'll start with the latest shipbuilding news regarding Disney Cruise Line, specifically the reveal of the Disney Believe.
All right, some major updates there.
Then we're moving over to the Pacific. We have immediate itinerary disruptions happening right now in Hawaii due to Tropical Storm Lala.
Yeah, significant operational shifts for ships currently at sea.
Exactly. And finally, we will look at a successful solar eclipse expedition in Greenland, which is really about precise navigation.
Pinpoint coordinates, yeah.
So let's start with the shipbuilding news. Disney Cruise Line unveiled details about their next vessel at the Horizons Showcase.
Right, that was at D23 on August 15th, 2026.
All right, and the ship is officially named the Disney Believe.
The Disney Believe. And this is going to enter service in late 2027.
Late 2027, okay. And this is the fourth Wish-class new build, correct?
Yes, the fourth Wish class, and that makes it the 9th vessel overall in the Disney fleet.
Okay. So during the presentation, they revealed the theme for the Grand Hull.
They did. The Grand Hull is going to be themed around Moana.
Moana, okay.
Yeah, and the centerpiece of that space is going to be a bronze statue.
Right, I saw the renderings for that.
Yeah, it features Moana alongside Pua and Heihei.
Okay. And they're incorporating other design elements into the room too, right? Not just the statue.
Exactly. The walls will feature specific wave patterns, and they are using a custom water-patterned carpet along with a lot of different Polynesian finishes throughout the space.
I see. And they also mentioned some other properties currently in development for the ship.
Yeah, they listed a few. Encanto,
Okay.
Frozen, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs,
Right.
and The Little Mermaid.
Okay, so quite a mix of classic and modern properties.
Yeah. And Claire Weiss, who is the Portfolio Executive Creative Director at Walt Disney Imagineering, she gave a quote about the overall theme.
What was her exact quote on that?
She said, quote, "This ship celebrates belief in magic, family, the power of nature, and belief in yourself."
Okay, so a clear thematic direction there.
Definitely.
But I want to talk about the exterior details because there is a notable departure here in fleet design standards.
Right. The stern specifically.
Yeah. Well, let's start with the bow. The bow seems pretty traditional.
It is. The bow features a filigree design.
Right.
It centers on Tinkerbell, and it includes silhouettes of Peter Pan characters.
Okay, which fits perfectly with their usual look.
Yeah. But the stern is where things are different.
Right. The stern features Woody and Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story.
Yes, and that is a major shift.
How so? Can you explain the typography shift there?
Sure. So normally Disney uses their traditional looped calligraphy for the ship names on the stern.
Right, that classic Disney font.
Exactly. But for the Disney Believes, they are replacing that looped calligraphy with Toy Story-style block lettering.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they're allowing the character theme to dictate the corporate typography for that space.
That is a very specific operational departure from their fleet standard.
It is. It's the first time they've done that.
Okay. And let's cover the actual construction details.
Yeah.
It's being built in Germany, right?
Yes, at Meyer Werft in Papenburg, Germany.
And the whole number on this one?
It is hull number 723.
723, okay. And the steel cutting already started.
Right. Steel cutting began on August 8th, 2025.
Okay, and let's go over the physical specs.
Well, it's an LNG-powered vessel.
Liquefied natural gas.
Correct. It comes in at 144,000 gross tons.
Okay, 144,000.
And it is 11,119 feet long.
Right.
Spanning 15 decks.
Okay, and what about capacity?
It's designed to hold roughly 4,000 guests.
4,000 guests.
And 1,555 crew members.
Okay, so a massive operation. Now, for people wanting more information on the itineraries and the actual ship features, when is the next update?
Disney is doing a live stream reveal.
Okay.
That is scheduled for October 7th, 2026.
October 7th.
Yeah. And they have a tie-in for passengers who are actually on the Disney Wish during that time.
Oh, how does that work?
So if you are on the October 5th departure of the Disney Wish from Port Canaveral, you'll get a special one-night presentation by Susan Egan.
Okay.
And that takes place on the exact day of the live stream.
I see. So October 7th, on board the Wish.
Exactly.
Okay, well, speaking of ships currently sailing, We need to transition to the Pacific.
Right, the situation in Hawaii.
Yes, there are immediate operational realities affecting ships there right now.
Yeah.
Tropical Storm Lala.
Yeah, Tropical Storm Lala.
And the forecast says it's expected to reach hurricane strength.
That's the current forecast, yes.
So this is prompting the Coast Guard to implement specific port conditions.
Right, they are securing the ports.
The Coast Guard set Port Condition Zulu for Hawaii, Maui, and Honolulu counties. And they set Port Condition Yankee for Kauai. So functionally, from an operational standpoint, what is the difference between Condition Zulu and Condition Yankee?
Well, it's about the timeline for the severe weather.
Okay.
Port Condition Yankee means they are expecting winds above 39 miles per hour within 24 hours.
Within 24 hours, okay.
But Port Condition Zulu means those same 39-mile-per-hour winds are expected within 12 hours.
Within 12 hours. So Zulu is the more immediate closure.
Exactly. The ports are closed to incoming traffic.
And I imagine once the storm passes, they can't just immediately sail back into the docks.
No, absolutely not. All affected ports require formal inspections.
Inspections by the Coast Guard.
By the Coast Guard and local port authorities. They have to survey the area after Lala passes before anything can officially reopen.
Okay. So let's look at how this is affecting the actual ships. The Pride of America is currently there?
Yes, Norwegian Cruise Line's Pride of America.
Right. And just to get the specs on that, it's an 80,439 gross ton ship.
Built in 2005.
Built in 2005, right.
Yeah.
With a capacity of 2,186 passengers.
And 927 crew.
So a lot of people to manage. What exactly did they change on the itinerary to avoid the storm?
Well, they shortened their overnight call at Nawiliwili.
In Kauai?
Right, in Kauai. So they departed Thursday evening.
Okay.
And that allowed them to return to Honolulu on Friday to beat the restriction.
To beat the Zulu closure.
Exactly.
So they arrived in Honolulu on Friday. How did Norwegian Cruise Line handle the disembarkation for those passengers? Because the cruise wasn't technically over yet.
Right. So Norwegian offered the guests a choice.
Okay.
They could either disembark early on Friday in Honolulu, or they could stay aboard the ship while it went back out to sea to evade the storm.
Okay, so ride it out on the water.
Right, and then they would formally disembark on Sunday.
Understood. And this has a cascading effect on the next sailing, doesn't it?
It does. The scheduled August 15th turnaround was formally moved to August 16th.
Delayed by a day.
Yes, which also means the upcoming Kahului call on that new itinerary has been shortened.
I see. Okay. Now, there is a second ship impacted as well, the Norwegian Spirit.
Yes, also from Norwegian Cruise Line.
That ship is 75,904 gross tons.
Right. Built in 1998, but refurbished in 2022.
Right. And it carries 2,018 passengers and 912 crew.
Yes. And they were on a 16-night Vancouver to Hawaii cruise.
A trans-Pacific crossing. Okay. So how was their schedule altered?
Well, they actually arrived in Honolulu on Thursday.
Thursday?
Yeah, at 12:45 p.m.
So that's well ahead of schedule.
It's 3 days early.
3 days early. Wow. Okay, so they had to cancel the remaining stops.
Exactly. They canceled their scheduled visits to Hilo and to Kailua-Kona.
Just to get into port ahead of those Coast Guard conditions.
Right, to beat the closures.
Okay, so that is a prime example of having to navigate away from extreme weather.
Real-time evasive maneuvers, yes.
But we want to contrast that with our third story today, which is about the precise navigation required to intercept a celestial event.
Right, moving from the Pacific to the Arctic.
Yes. On August 12th, 2026, we had the total solar eclipse. And Quark Expeditions had guests perfectly positioned for it.
They did. They had two ships there, the Ultramarine and the Ocean Explorer.
And where exactly were they?
They observed the eclipse from Harefjord, Greenland.
Harefjord, Greenland.
Okay.
And how long did totality last there?
Totality lasted for 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
Okay. And this is a rare location for this, right?
Yes. It was the first total solar eclipse visible from that specific region since 2015.
Since 2015.
Yeah.
So Quark Expeditions had specialized programming on both of these ships.
They did. On the Ultramarine, they hosted David Barron.
Right. The author of American Eclipse.
Yes. And he delivered a keynote address to the guests.
What was the title of that?
It was titled Scientific America, the Eclipse That Enlightened a Nation.
Okay.
And he had a really interesting quote about the experience.
What does he say?
Well, he noted that this was his 10th eclipse.
And 10th eclipse, wow.
Right. But he said that seeing the sun's corona specifically above the terrain of scores by sun enhanced the experience.
So the geographic setting itself really played a part.
Exactly.
And over on the Ocean Explorer, they had Michael Zeiler.
Right. Michael Zeiler. He's the founder of GreatAmericanEclipse.com.
And the co-author of The Atlas of Solar Eclipses.
Correct. And he led sessions on eclipse observation, astronomy,
right,
and celestial mechanics.
Okay, I want to pause on that. Because placing a ship in the exact right spot for a solar eclipse sounds incredibly complex.
Oh, it is.
How does the logistical intersection of celestial mechanics and maritime routing actually work? Especially identifying Scoresby Sun as a prime viewing location years in advance.
Right. Well, Zeiler spent years mapping this exact eclipse.
Years.
Yes, because you aren't just looking at a map.
Right.
You are calculating the trajectory of the moon's shadow moving across the Earth.
Right.
And then finding coordinates where that shadow intersects with navigable waters.
At a very specific minute.
Exactly. And Zeiler had a great quote about that process. He said it was about, quote, seeing the map become real right where calculations predicted.
That has to be incredibly rewarding after years of math.
Absolutely.
And to make sure everyone actually got a picture of it, they ran a special photography program, didn't they?
Yes. Both voyages featured Quark's new guided photography program.
Okay.
So guests had dedicated experts to help them capture both the eclipse itself and the Greenland landscape.
Because the exposure settings for totality change so quickly.
Right. You need specific filters and timing, so having experts there ensures you get the shot.
Right. Well, looking at all three of these stories together, it's pretty remarkable.
It really is. It shows the sheer logistical scope of the modern cruise industry required to manage these distinct operations simultaneously.
Right. All on the same day.
Exactly. You have multi-year, multi-property shipbuilding happening in Germany. At the same time, you are executing real-time evasive maneuvers and adjusting port protocols in the Pacific.
Dealing with Coast Guard closures.
Right. And then calculating pinpoint coordinates for a 2-minute astronomical window in the high Arctic.
It's just a massive operational bandwidth.
It is.
Well, that covers the news for today. Thanks for listening to Cruise News. Visit cruisenews.io to catch up on the latest updates and sign up for free email alerts.